Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on Library or BitChute, the name of my channels on those two websites is Comic Freak. We're going to be looking at this article that is about Mr. Charles Soule here, who, threatens the deeper stupidity for the High Republic. Folks have been discussing the silliness of the whiteboard as shown in the High Republic's trailer. Mr. Soule warns that there is more. And we're going to be looking at his tweet here. Wait until you see what wasn't on the board. Hashtag the High Republic. Apparently, the stuff that didn't make it on the board, like dinosaurs and, Roman politics, apparently, or Arthurian myth. Apparently, the other stuff is too stupid to get on there. And he's proud of it, apparently, this Mr. Charles Soule. Proving that he's just a soy boy hack who, just say, look at what we're not doing. Look at all what we will do. I mean, it should look good. I mean, we'll have dinosaurs and we'll have King Arthur in the Star Wars myth. Oh yeah, we're also anti-war in our Star Wars movie because that will just be good and sell to the fans like hotcakes. Clearly, this Mr. Charles Soule has no idea what writing for genre is actually like. Otherwise he wouldn't be so happy about saying that they cut out even more stupid things from the bulletin board, because what they left on there is still pretty damn stupid. If he really wanted to be proud of it, he would have made it known that they weren't going to use any of those ideas and that they were actually going to start from scratch and give us some good Star Wars for once, not this agenda-driven drivel they seem to be so proud of. I mean, have you seen some of the promo art they have for various new Star Wars characters? For one thing, they're all female. For another, they look like rejects from Birds of Prey, as others have said. For another, they just look like, badly drawn pieces of trash. And we also have to bring up the fact of what the writers at Star Wars have done to Luke Skywalker, turning him from the heroic figure we all know and love to the grumpy old man who shakes his fist at the sky on an island, who drinks blue milk. So they want us to be happy for their High Republic characters because all of these writers are so proud to be there, saying that they are so good and so woke. Meanwhile, Disney is cutting out, scenes from Star Wars The Clone Wars just so that they can give us more trash from the writers from Project Luminous. I mean, they cut out, nose cone art Padme here just so that they could give us a scene between Padme and Anakin Skywalker, who others say advances the plot, but apparently, as I heard, the nose art thing was basically to promote the actual story that was going on in that episode better. Apparently, Anakin is worried about his first officer, Rex, and about how he's taking his job far too seriously and is basically becoming a more dangerous man. But then they bring up a funny scene like seeing the nose art for their ship that's of Padme here. And it basically cools the situation while Anakin says that's not staying there, and apparently Disney agreed with him. Even though, in a later episode, not of Star Wars, Clone Wars, but a different series, they bring up the art for Padme again. So, others have said that, they bring it up in that episode, so it's alright to cut Padme's nose art scene from this episode of the Clone Wars because they bring it up in another series in a very much later date. That isn't. If you're going to have that, you should establish it earlier, and they were going to establish it in this episode of Clone Wars, but no, they cut it out. Then we have these guys from Project Luminous who go around giving us these stupid ideas like having dinosaurs. And they can't be dinosaurs because this is a galaxy far, far away. It should be an entirely different species. But apparently they want to go for that Jurassic Park dollar as well. I think they're stupid because Jurassic Park has pretty much gone down the drain as well. So, of course you would use a bad idea from another bad idea of a series of bad movies that the only good one was the very first one. So, of course, put dinosaurs in Star Wars. That'll make everything better. And, of course, they're also going for the so-called feminist left by making a bunch of characters that are female and try to make them look as hip and cool as possible. When in reality, they just come off as lame little douchebag characters that were created by someone who's a douchebag himself. So when Mr. Charles Soule goes on and says they cut out a bunch of stupid stuff that was even worse than what was on the bulletin board, so don't worry, this stuff will be awesome. From what we see here, being anti-war, having dinosaurs and Arthurian legends, as well as a bunch of other bullcrap, that's not really saying it's going to be good. You're still having a bunch of bullcrap written on that bulletin board you want to shove down our throats, and you're not really, using your imaginations and giving us something far better that other writers who are far better than you have given us in the past with the extended universe novels. But that's my 2 cents on Mr. Charles Soule and what Disney has done to Star Wars in a whole on this situation. If you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is going around unsubscribing people, so make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read Comics They're Bad For You. Then go over to Library and BitChute and subscribe to my channels on those 2 websites. They're both named Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. And if you could you also please share this video, share it on Twitter, share it on Reddit, and share it on Facebook. Share it anywhere you think it'll do the most good, because YouTube is not going around promoting their own YouTube creators anymore. So please share this video. Now listen closely. Keep checking back in all my future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book Scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.